Hi, it's Karen.
And Tim. Late.
We just were outside. The company came by and suddenly we just didn't realize what time it is. So we're scurrying like that. But we're here and we're going to have a good time. So we're going to slow down. We're going to make 10 cards today. But you know, first, I have cards to share. This has just been so much fun. I have more birthday look at this. I have more birthday cards. And I also have a very special card that I had misplaced, and it went in a stack, and then it was in here. When we were in Arizona, we met with Barb Patch and her granddaughter and her grandson, but I can't remember his name, but Addison I will always remember because she's a card maker, and she was showing us on her phone. In fact, I put a photo on of her with one of her cards, and I know a lot of you commented on it, and she sent me a special card. So I'm going to start with that. So how fun is this? Okay, we're ready, and I see people here. So this is my card from Addison. And
so beautiful.
I said, this is just amazing. And she says, "Dear Stamping on the Back Porch, it was very fun meeting you in Tucson. This stamp set makes me think of you. Love, Addison." Is that just the best? And you're right. The stamp set looks just like me. This is one I will just totally miss. And I think that is just the sweetest card. So I just love it. So it's taken a while. That was back in February when the world felt normal. Now, but yes, I will. You know what? Let's put that card right up there. Okay, we'll put that up there for a while. We'll just decorate our thing. But thank you, Addison. That was very special indeed. Okay, and now more fun birthday cards. If you saw the video I did the other night, 70 cards in 70 minutes. So that was just a riot. So they keep coming. So, you know, this is like, I love it when birthdays just go on and on. So I have here, Tim opened these, but I haven't seen them. Donna Straub from Florida.
10 minutes from now, we'll be moving on.
Oh, look at this. Oh, how pretty is this? And I love the, this looks like one of the card layouts that we just did recently, but another variation. Isn't that cool where you just do the 4 shapes and you have it cut? So how fun is that? Oh, you like seeing it close up. Did you show that close up? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll let Tim do it close up. So that is just really, really cool. And to see she's got the 2-inch strips and then they're just cut at different levels, you know, so it's just such a great thing. And you know, if it's blurry, it is just the way it is, and hopefully the replay will be fine. You know, it isn't really our end. So Sarah Williams from Minnesota here. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, I'm going to miss this paper. And look how striking that is on black. The black and then that raspberry and the poppies. Oh, and she decorated the inside. I had so much fun reading all the notes. Oh, you guys, that was just so special. That's what I did afterwards. But how fun. Love it. Beautiful card. And, you know, these are just such great ideas for using designer series paper. And, you know, we have paper shares coming up. So if you are interested in getting paper shares, product shares, embellishment shares, sign-ups are open. I'll have to just make a thing about that. Here, I was trying. Oh, okay. Linda MacArthur, and I think she's on here from a little bit northern, up in the lakes area in Minnesota. Ooh, how beautiful is this? I'll get her thing here. And she's thanking for me. She got the brand new embossing folder for me for doing something in our downline groups. I said that was really great. Oh, and another new stamp set. And look at those dramatic colors. How pretty is that? Oh, that's gorgeous. Love the 3 different colors. So it looks like Blackberry Bliss, Crushed Curry, and Rich Raspberry maybe. How beautiful is that? Oh, and look at that. Sending you paper hugs. Okay, perfect.
Second.
Oh, and this is a COVID card. We still kind of mix things up, but this is great. This is from Sally Anderson.
I do.
Maybe Sally Anderson, my personal shopper in Kansas City, Missouri. I have to show you what she did. So I don't know if originally she had the wrong label on here, which is what I do all the time, and then I put another one over it, or if it just fits with the COVID thing. But look at this. She's got 3 and then wrote over on something. So if you want to decorate your envelope. I just love it. Oh, it's not from Sally, my person. Oh, this is hilarious. This is from Avis Anderson. I'm just assuming things. You guys have a little bit similar handwriting. Oh, it's a different Anderson. Oh, hilarious, from Kansas. Avis Anderson. See, I'm going to get you all confused. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, this is her wash your hands. And look at this designer series paper. How cool is that?
It's from Missouri.
Well, that's why I was assuming, because I saw that it was Missouri and Anderson and the little writing. And I didn't guess Sally's card before, because she already sent me a card. Is this what 70's like? No, I don't know. I don't think it just started. So, okay. But this is hilarious. But anyway, I wanted to point out the designer series paper here too. How cool is that? I think everybody's on a roll. But just wash your hands and say your prayers. COVID-19 germs are everywhere.
That's good.
I love it. And it goes along with wash your hands. That's perfect. Love it. Okay.
Show this closer.
Okay. Okay. I just want to get my people straight here. But Kathy Lay from Illinois. I think it's a designer series paper day. But is it? Oh, love this. Isn't that beautiful? So we've got flowers in the background. And then we have the flowers on that cake. And it's all done in the same colors. That is really beautiful. Beautiful card. And notice how she has colored the cake. Do you see how the shading is on the outside around it there? Just an awesome look. I always love to look for details like that. That's wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Karen Dixon from Iowa. Oh, happy birthday, friend. Look at, oh, love it. Okay, this is vellum in a thing. I just have to look at all this. I love the look when you put vellum over. See, we're still on the designer series paper. Isn't that awesome? It's got the vellum on the designer series paper, how it just softens the look. Isn't that fun? So you still see the flowers, and then we've got this lovely edging. And I just love what she did with that. That's beautiful. I love it. Gorgeous card in the black and white, and then just bits of other color. Oh, is this fun? Oh, Connie just said, Tim, whatever you do in the mirror, they see. So whatever. So I don't know. So hopefully he's not doing anything he shouldn't be doing.
I'm making faces.
I'm making faces.
I'm winking.
His exasperation with me or something. I don't know. This is Rhonda Heiser. Oh, love the umbrellas. I'm so glad the umbrellas are staying. But how cute is that with the 3 umbrellas? We actually did have some rain on my birthday, but in the morning.
I think you can
it's
see
your
the top
day.
of my hat.
But how I love it. Oh, that is just really a cute card. And then she put the little boots on the inside for a little added thing. Oh, that's adorable. Simple and adorable. Designer series paper. And Mary Ellen Ryan. Oh, and I just sent your COVID card because I needed your street address. And here I have it right here. I could have just waited. But anyway, it's great. She's from Montana. And this is, I think, the other most popular stamps that I use. Aren't the tulips just great? Look how beautiful that is. And I think, well, it's tulip season, and we're all so ready for just enjoying the gorgeous flowers. That is a beautiful card. I love it. And you see what she's done with a little ribbon peeking out behind the little tabs there? Oh, and I'll read the messages later. That is fabulous. From Kathy Shikatani from Oregon. And I don't know if I'm saying your last name right, but I sure love that name. I don't know what it comes from, but it's a beautiful name. Oh, I love it. And she says, do you recognize the old Stampin' Designer Series paper, Edgelet, and strawberry slush paper and ink? Oh, I love it. So let me know, because yes,
Karen,
things we never get tired of it.
Throwback Thursday.
Yes, it is. It's Throwback Thursday. So thank you, Kathy. This is our Throwback Thursday. That is adorable. I love it. I do love that little wheelbarrow. Strawberry slush. Oh, that goes back. I don't remember. I remember the colors. They all blend to me, but it's been a little while. Oh, how fun. And it's fun to see who still has the colors, because I get rid of my colors that aren't current, so it's just fun to be reminded. And I get rid of my stamps that's not current. So I always love throwbacks because we just love them. Beth Merkel, or Elizabeth Merkel from Ohio. Someone we had coffee with and her family when we were, oh, that is just stunning. I'm so glad this one is staying, but is that just a stunning card? Thank you, just beautiful. And I love that color on color, so kind of the red on red, or is it real red or poppy? I can't even tell from here, but just a beautiful card. And one last card from Mary Johnson from Georgia. Oh, I don't think I've had a card from Georgia yet. Oh, it's so cute. What's a COVID card? Is social distancing stinks. I love it. I got the toilet paper in here. Look at this. Hope this helps. Hang in there. Oh, that's hilarious. That is really fun. Oh, you guys, thanks. We'll just celebrate my birthday as long as we can. We'll enjoy it all. I'm gonna have to move these things. And thanks, you guys. You just made this all so special. Brilliant blue. I do remember brilliant blue. I said, and I just wonder if at any point, since they're all alliterative, just like Timothy Titus, if they're ever going to run out of ideas for colors. I thought the Just Jade, which is in this year's color, does not look like jade to me, but I thought, okay, they're just kind of having to stretch to kind of find, right? So today we're going to have fun. This is the stamp set and it's the bundle, the dies that go with it. These are brand new from the catalog, and we're going to be making 10 cards today. This is also what my June card kit will be about, and I'll show you a couple of those cards. But we're going to get started with that. So yes, I have gone over 70 cards officially.
Yes, you have. I guess I didn't have to make all my
all of Tim's fill-in cards. Oh, but they were great fun. Okay, so first we're going to start with, and of course, I'm just tapping the surface. We just wanted to come up with some simple ideas because I love to, when you get a whole bunch of ideas for something, then you just get a lot of value out of what you get. Oh, and by the way, the catalog goes live next week, so we will be partying. So I did a bunch of these, and some of these are cards I've been making for card swaps, like this one. So I did a bunch of these, and then this is what I chose to finish it with. This is some of that new paper. I won't even think of the names of things, but I love it with the wood grain look. This is, I don't have my little thing here. This is one of the new ribbons. So I'll just be saying new, and if anyone cares about the exact names, there's probably someone on here that will give the answer. Because, this is live, and I am just as prepared as I usually am. I will say I am using this word celebrate so much. This is another new set that I love, Many Mates. And I love all of these different, and then there are little words that can go inside. So this is just going to be such a useful set. It already is, because I've just left the celebrate on my table because I've been using it with lots of things. You'll just see that. But I love to have little words. Okay, so I'm going to just put this on. And so this is one of the stitched rectangles. Okay, I will talk about lining up the large die. Lee was saying that was hard, but yeah, this wood grain paper I love, and it's in this extra big pack, and you get all kinds of designs. Oh, I just love this paper. And I will put a link up to the product shares. I do paper shares, embellishment shares, and ribbon shares. I actually co-do them with Holly. So it's all great, but I find it's not fun. Well, that could be a little straighter, but hey, it's okay. I can live with it. And to see, I have a whole bunch of these going because these are part of a swap card. Oh, I left something out. Okay, I left this off. And this is the flip side of this because, I love doing things with the flip side. So I could live with that, or I could take it off and do it. But I'm going to live with it just to be, I'm going to put it here and think about it because then I'll have time. Not going to waste your time doing that, but isn't that fun? So, and this is actually, it's okay that I did that because one of the reasons I tell people, once you have an idea, it's fun to make a couple of cards because you start making little variations. If you just sit down and you just do one, well, it turns out this way. But now if I made a card like this, or if I'd made this one first, I might look at it and be thinking, now what if I added something? So that's one of the reasons I love about doing several cards when I sit down. I also love, like I'm doing today, working with one bundle, and I just leave that out with the coordinating projects, and I just work on that for I'd like to say a week, but for me, it's really more like 2 hours. My time on a marathon to get through it.
And Karen's go-to little thing is WWTD.
WWTD?
Yeah, what would Tim do?
What would Tim do? Oh, yes, that's it. Okay, so I'm done with that. So this is from a swap. So we're going to work through these quite quickly. I'm just, I don't know. Okay, so here's another one that I've done for a swap. So I'm starting with these, and you can see I just have a bunch of these that are cut out. So I've been using these on different cards. So on this next card, do you know what I need is a wet paper towel on the thing. I forgot to come prepared here. I'll put this right here. So this time, to just embellish a little background here. Okay, this is supposed to be crumb cake, and I forgot the crumb cake. So we'll just go for a little different, because it'll still be kind of a little bit of a tone on tone, and it'll be okay. Yeah, we will talk about lining up dies. I think that'll be a really good thing to talk about, because yes, I agree. Karen's talking about what she does, and I do a similar thing. Okay, I'm going to this is going to kind of be my background, so I'm just making this come all the way down. And I'll clean that off. And then, see, this was from another thing, but paper is 2 sides, so then they just go in my paper bucket, and I use the other side. And I got a lovely little smudge there. That was really the extra touch. Okay, so then I took from the Tasteful Labels. This is what I took. I love these new dies for words, and I've done a bunch of them. I probably have a smudge on my finger, and that's what's happening. But do you see how pretty that is? It's just a nice size, and then the flower fits right there. So,
are you going to be able to cover it up?
Well, Tim, I could do that, but I just don't think I'd go for that. So.
How about this way?
I could go this way. Oh, Tim, you're good. Oh, see, I will start asking what would Tim do. Okay, because here's what I was going for. But isn't that awesome? Because they both work, and you wouldn't know. So see, a great cover-up for the little mistake. Okay, and there are dies to go with this. Oh, I thought that was popped on, but it absolutely wasn't. There are dies with this, but here's 2 confessions. I cut all these out because I didn't look first. I've done that before, and there I have the dies. But it's okay, because when I cut these out, sometimes I like them really close. And I don't know, since I didn't use the die, I don't know if the die comes close, but since I did it wrong, I just didn't want to just throw out my quick little tip here that I love to throw out. When you fussy cut, you want to hold your scissors still. And in one of my classes the other day, someone mentioned that she'd been a kindergarten teacher, and they taught their kids to hold their writing. So say if you're right-handed, hold your right hand right into your body and put your scissors there and hold it still, which is also a real safety thing for kids, I thought. And then you hold that still and you move the paper. So that was just the best tip. And I wish I could think of who to... Your name starts with an E or an A. I've got that much down. So
it's a vowel.
But do you see how I'm moving the paper? And it just works so much better.
IOU.
Anyway, so I'm just going to put that down. And, I love a picture like that to remember. So here's the next card. We kind of whip through things. And see, I have a whole stack of these too. All these swaps, and then just cards to have on hand. Okay, so next, let's do this one. I'm going to just put a little piece of paper here. Yeah, I love dies, when I'm in a hurry, but I also do love, I liked these cut close, and I don't know how the die was, but I just thought I did like the look on this, and I don't mind fussy cutting, because, to me, that's when Tim watches TV, Karen will fussy cut.
I know, but it's also because she really believes that idle hands
that's right.
is the work. What is that? Something about
that Devil's Workshop or something.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but
yeah, so she doesn't want idle hands.
And someone put on the backboard stampers that they were doing a Karen and Tim date night. Her hubby was watching TV and she was fussy cutting. That was so funny, because I thought, yeah, that's pretty true.
So those are dates.
Yes. Okay, so this time Now I'm going to use Smoky Slate. When I send cards in a swap, no, I never sign them. I put a Post-it note in with my name and information if they have questions, but I don't even, I use Post-it notes for any card to send out unless it's a card that's just really something that I think they might keep, like, you know, that has a very special message for a special purpose on. Does that make sense? Otherwise, I'd like my cards to keep on going. I just feel like the more we can enjoy something and then pass it on, it's all good. I know Kim Crane was saying yesterday that she sent out, you know, we had done this COVID stamp card exchange, and she made like she made several packs of cards to send to friends for them to send out. And I thought, what a great idea. You know, we just get to do so many fun little things. Okay, so this time I'm taking Smoky Slate. You know, grays are just kind of like a new, okay, let's see, I got a
new black.
I want to do, well, it's kind of like, I don't know, but you know, like pink and, I don't know, gray's just such a nice little neutral color.
So
I started with one right here, and I'll tell you why afterwards, but I'm just filling these in.
One day Karen's mom said, "Did you know that orange was a new black?"
She had no idea where that came from, but it was pretty funny. Okay, so now here is my card, and I am going to put this, so this is just kind of a, you know how much I love doing quick cards, so we are starting off with some fun little quick cards here. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble my base. Whoa, that's not good. So what would Tim do? He would take it off? No,
I wouldn't.
No, he'd give up on it.
Karen, look at it again. I think it's even worse.
It's even worse?
I think so.
Okay, this time I'm going to live with it. It is worse. That is pretty bad. So you know what I do if I can't get it on straight, and I've tried twice? I'll show you what I do. If I didn't ruin it first. I might have ruined it first.
No, just leave
I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, leave it.
I was just going to angle, both, because that's a good thing. I may or may not take this off before I take a photo of it. It'll depend on how much it bothers me. But it's okay. So here's just kind of my subtle little background. And then I'm using that same Smoky Slate paper. Here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put this flower right over that one. So I want this, thanks a bunch. In fact, I'm going to have it come right out to the end. Okay. And then I'm going to pop this up. Okay. I do not put my made by on the back. I'm terrible about doing that. I just have never done that. I love it when people do it. And I actually think this could be fun, kind of smooshing up the edges some here. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one right over that one. But I thought, that's pretty. Now, see, now I'm being critical of my own work, so I'm just saying how we're doing that. If I make another one of these, I'd make it a little lower, because then I look at it, I think, oh, it's a little too much in the middle. But that's the beauty of making a card and then making another, and and it's all good. But I think what a fun thing. Yes, and you could use your heat gun, but for me that would have to go take it out of the drawer, bring it out, plug it in. So I just won't do that, and then melt the adhesive and readjust. Yeah, I don't do. The other thing, I'm really trying to get used to the multi-purpose glue. I've been terrible about using that because when you put it on, you can slide it a little. I really need to start doing that. In fact, do I have any out here? I should start doing it right here. I'm going to use this on the next card because I just said that, okay? I must get used to that. Yes, that's right. But, good enough is good enough. That's another, Okay, let's do a similar idea. Let me see if okay, here's going to be a similar idea.
I just found this on the floor, so she...
Oh, yes. Oh,
she doesn't use it. She throws it on the floor.
That's right. And then I wonder where things are. Okay, this one. Now, this time I'm going to switch to gray granite, which is another just very similar neutral, but just to change things. Oh, I'm glad a bunch of you got your catalog, and now start letting me know.
Want that cleaned off?
I'll be I did.
Okay.
A little bit. And then I'm going to take thanks a bunch. This is perfect when it's a bunch of flowers. I just absolutely love that. So I am going to say... I don't know. I think I'm going to put my thanks a bunch right here. I didn't know if I want to put it down there or not. I'm making this up as we go. which sometimes is a good plan and sometimes is not a good plan.
Which is most of the time.
And then I'm going to put this right over there, okay? And now, you know, when I'm doing quick things like this, I'm not always taking the time to embellish them totally like I will afterwards. I will add other little dimensions, and I'm working kind of from the inside out. I'm trying to twist this around a little. Okay, so here's going to be my little thanks a bunch. This is a work in progress, so I'm not 100% sure what this is going to look like when it's totally done. So I'm just going to get this far on it because, you know, it's going to need, so I'm going to try this. It's going to need some, you know, embellishments. Okay, I know the biggest trick for this is to not put too much on. Okay, you're witnessing it here. I am officially making the changeover to multi-purpose glue. I'm going to put this on. Oh, Tim, can I use your pounding?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
yes.
and I'll use Tim's pounding.
I didn't trademark.
You didn't?
Trademark.
Oh, okay. And then I will do this one. Because you see, and I'll show you on this one. Whoa. Maybe if
you can move it around.
Yes, if I don't like how it is, it gives me some little give in there before it holds still. Now, I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with this because it needs something. But I just liked the idea of being able to put, now I could have put my words there and done another thing, but you know, I just kind of like the idea. I might put a pop of color. I'm not sure. I'm open to ideas. So it's
a little embellishment right there.
An embellishment there. I could have put another, it's a little late now, but I could have put another one of those there and just have this be a break in the pattern, except now it would go over those, so I'm not going to mess with that. And these are going to be too busy and to the wrong color, so I can't do that. So it's just a thought. This one will be a work in progress, but I think it's going to be fun to see whatever we have. A ribbon could work, so all kinds of things could work. So we'll see. And now the next one, I'm kind of a speed stamper. I think so. That's okay. So a ribbon, you're all saying a pop of color ribbon. So we'll see. And if I just don't overdo, you know, there's one of the things we like to say is if I just didn't go one step too far, because all of a sudden it's like too much. So this is a Z-fold card, our standard cut. So it's cut the long way in half and then in half again. And I'm using more of this hardwood paper again. It's just the best. The other thing that's awesome about this glue is if any does spill out, it does dry clear. So it really is. I think I'm going to like this.
So it's Elmer's glue?
Well, it's kind of like that, but don't ask me what the difference is. I haven't used Elmer's glue in a long time. Oh, and to see, and then they all have interesting backgrounds. I'm going to use this side inside. It's a different pattern because I could still stamp and write on here, and yet it still coordinates with this color. So we will, and to see I have wiggle room there. So it really totally does make sense. And then I can pound that. Okay, so I've taken more words out of this set. This says, congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonder. Oh, Tim, would you like me to send you this card? Is that not?
I should be sending it to you.
Oh, okay.
That may be too much glue.
We shall see. It's all a learning process. I should have Tim just be the pounder. Okay, now this is going to go on here. When I put something on here, I actually like to use glue dots. Oh, you guys have all kinds of suggestions, so I'm going to look at them and we'll pick one before doing one. So I said I might go for the most unusual idea or something that I've never tried. Maybe that might be a good idea. Okay, so here's my basic card. And then when I add in, again, my flower. So I'm just going to say one other thing that I mentioned a few times. Like when I made these, I made extras because I knew I would want some done, ready to play with ideas. And I find myself often doing that because if I just have an idea again for a card like this to do everything from scratch, you know, I like my bits and pieces. So And I can try other things. Oh, when I pound, you go fuzzy. So, okay, do you even with my light pounding? I know you did with Tim's. I thought I had a much gentler touch, but maybe I don't. Okay, so now look how simple. And that just sort of added that. Now I was debating, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to add one of these down in the corner. This may work and it may not. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold it right there. I'm going to cut that part off. If it doesn't work, I'll use it for something else. Do you know what? I may be one card short because we got company. I had the last card in my mind. I may have to just show that separately, and I'm not sure I got it done. So let's see. Does that work? What do you think, Tim?
I love it.
Okay. So that's going to be our little...
I don't think you're...
But maybe they're not counting.
The people that watch, I don't think they sit around counting.
Okay, I hope not, because I'm kind of thinking the 10th one lives in my mind, which means you'll see it later.
Actually, I'll do...
Oh, I like that. See? And I hadn't made this yet either, but I thought that's a really fun card.
I'll do mine twice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now we're going to move to the big stamp. So I want to do a bunch of things first with this. Okay, when I decide how to finish it, I'll do a picture of both, finished and then unfinished. And, ooh, you know what I should do? Since it was such an easy card to make, I should make a couple and do a few of the ideas, and you guys can vote on which one you like best. Oh, that would be fun. Okay, now we're going to go to the big one, and we have a few things to do with that. But before I go to that, I want to mention, you know, every month, if you have a $50 order or more in my online store, you get a card kit from me, and it's 3 cards that you make, and then it's a finished card of something. It's always, I have so many beautiful cards that I get from swaps, things that I've made. But the cards I send you are always something you can finish without owning that stamp set. So I'm going to show you 2 of the 3 cards this next one, because I just came up with these. We're going to be using the sunflower set. And you can see, you can use, you know, any words. These are just a couple of the ideas. And notice they're just using the dies. And so that's what I do with card kits. But what I love about them, if you end up buying this set already, you already have 3 ideas of what to do with it. And if it isn't your set, you still have 3 gorgeous cards. So that's 2 of the 3, and that's 2 of my cards today. I won't try to make them because I just send a PDF out with people that buy that. So that's anyway just kind of fun. Okay, first we'll do one with stamping. Okay, so this is what I've done first. I need my using this up. Okay, so I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4, that 1/4 inch down size I always use, and I've used a stitched rectangle, and this could be any choice. And I'm going to set that inside, and now I'm going to use the big sunflower. You know, there's plenty of things in this set that I'm not even using yet today, like the leaves. If you notice, I'm not even using any of those, and there are dies, there's all these things to go with things, but got to leave some for another time. And then I'm going to stamp this.
Beautiful.
So I'll let you watch that. And now I'm going to take this out. And this is my frame, and on this part I am going to color. Now what I chose to color, I am using Dark Daffodil Delight, and mine is pretty worn out. It's time. Then I put them in a separate spot so I know to order it on my next order, because I just kind of replace them as I use them. But this one's lasted a long time, but I use this one a lot. So I'm going to do that. And then I use Light Mango Melody. I would like to say this is based on a plan, but I will say it's mostly based on what I could find in a hurry. And I love it because it all works. I just wanted 2 kind of different kinds of yellows. So it's you know, it's all good. Okay, so I'm just going to do the insides there.
Karen, you don't need to tell people. You could say this was really planned out.
Yeah.
I spent hours thinking about it.
Yes, that's right. Stayed awake last night thinking about this.
Even asked Tim to help me decide.
Okay. And now I'll put that on a card. So now this is going to go here. My goodness, Kathy said her sister's in the Grand Traverse area. They have flood warnings. They're evacuating the basement of a hospital where her husband works. Ooh, that sounds very dangerous. That's scary. So My goodness, prayers for them. And then this can be popped up. So I'm just going to show you the finished card because I showed you how that was made. So we're going to move right into the finished card. So this is like a spotlight card. It's also kind of like a double stamping thing because, we just stamp once, but it's like we've got the 2 layers. And I love the new little enamel elements, but this is all I have left, so I couldn't finish more cards anyway. So I just added some words and that. But again, a really fun card, and you don't do a lot of color. Now you could color the whole thing, but you don't need to. And this sunflower is great watercolored. It's great with the blends, and it's great with the watercolor pencils. So it's like any way you like to color.
So you took this and made that yellow?
Nope, these came this way. You can. Now I would save this one that's wearing out. If they're worn out, I don't even know if that's going to be good enough to, maybe. As I also color my pearls and rhinestones to match, but this actually comes with the new in colors. Okay, so that's one with the big color, with the big stamp. And then I have to go hunting under here to see what else I have. Okay, so here's another. Okay, so this idea, I'm going to take the big stamp again, and I'm going to do it in crushed curry. And do I have crushed curry? No. Then we'll pretend.
Where is it?
I was going to use this for another card. I won't make Tim go look. I was going to actually stamp right on here, just to show that you could stamp right on here. Since I didn't do that, we'll do, I was just playing with this, so I was going to turn this into a different card. But we'll work this way. But just know you could do this without doing it this way. Okay, so now let's talk about putting the dies on, because now I have a die for this one. And yes, how do you match them up? One thing I want to say is, what's really cool? You don't need to match them up, and you get a very artsy look. So that is one idea. But the other thing is, yes, I do mark my die and this, and I haven't yet with a permanent marker, so you could use a blend on one part, and then I'll mark the same part on the die, so then you'll always know kind of where to put them. The other way is I look and see what stands out to me here, and what stands out to me is this little part that's kind of flowing in the grass there, and I'm going to look for that on here. So if I look for that part, it looks like right there. Okay, we might forget this idea if this doesn't do it. There might be too many there's the real flowing part.
Maybe it's upside down.
Oh, forget this idea. Oh, then go back to the original. Okay, forget that. You want to mark them. But if you mark them with the die in that, like I obviously didn't do. So I'm going to just take a moment and figure this out, because now it's got me puzzled. But I do that with punches too. If they need to line up a certain way, then it's just really easy. Let's look for this one. You know what? Let's go for the impressionistic look. I've just decided that works best of all.
Is that a cop-out?
Yeah, it's a cop-out. Saving time. But
now if you use
I love that they're both
this stuff,
that would be much better. It'd be better to use that. See, I've already forgotten, Tim. But I'm going to do this because I also just want to show, how cool is that? When you don't have to. I may go back and fix this one since, I don't know how Tim is going to do, but I totally forgot to go mark my dies. It was on my mind. But along with too many other things. Now okay, there it is. Let's see. I did a little this. Yeah, the next card Tim is going to do. So I'm going to put this one in the middle, and yes, I'm going to put this in.
I just have to say that when I woke up this morning, you were on my mind. Yes, you were on my mind.
Okay, and this might get some other little embellishments too. So we'll just see when we put them on. But isn't that pretty? So I just love that it doesn't matter, but definitely otherwise you want to do the mark on here that goes with the mark on the die. And then when you take the die out, you stamp, you just kind of do it all in the same order. I may have to show that again later since I didn't really show here. So now it is Tim's turn.
Yes, it is.
And you're going to show this first because this comes from last week. Do you guys remember when Tim made these last week? With do you remember what you used with that? The baby wipes?
Yes, that's right.
And at the end, just streak them across the paper. Okay, so there's where the sunflower is cut out. And notice this one doesn't use the stamped sunflower, the stamped image either. So there's a lot you can do with just dies. And so since I can't send stamped images in the mail when I do my classes and my kits and stuff, I just stick with the other parts that we can do. Okay, and here are your pieces.
Now, wasn't I supposed to fill this in? Wasn't I supposed to start from scratch?
Oh no, because that's just totally artsy. See, all these spaces, it's all variations.
So
okay.
Karen's actually given me a head start.
I said, do you want me to do the base of your card? So, we are doing 10 cards today.
And
but I didn't do the finishing touch.
Titus. And so I can do like this kind of stuff, Karen, or probably not?
You can do whatever you want.
Seriously, I can? Okay, I gotta decide if I want to have some. Yep, I do. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna role model this.
Yeah, so this new thing. So we're and you know what else? Using the multi-purpose glue is just so cheap because it lasts so long. So it makes sense on a whole lot of levels.
I don't know. It doesn't squirt very well. Okay, that is a mess, but okay.
We're not judging that part. This is a fun idea too to use with all that kind of leftover paper, but all kinds of designer series paper would work for this too.
I gotta stand up and look down on this to see.
I also have a very wobbly table. It is an antique library table that we use, so I think that probably makes things a little more shaky too.
What do you think?
Looks good.
Okay.
Looks good. And now let's see. Are you going to go with the impressionistic way, or are you going to find it? It's so weird because at first I just lined mine up perfectly when I was just playing with one, and then I totally forgot. Oh, I think you did it. That was what I was looking for on there. See, that really wasn't. That's exactly what I did. Maybe it's beginner's luck. I don't know what it is.
No, maybe it's something else.
Okay.
Maybe it's a skill. Maybe it's not.
And maybe it just disappeared on you when you. But isn't it nice? This isn't going to matter. No, it's the part that has the glue that you have to make sure touches, because that's the part that has to. The other part, we're going for the loose look. You could, put the other down too, but it's, but it looks good this way. So we'll go with the short route.
Yes. Okay.
And this is actually good to keep upside down. So actually, I will keep it in my little container here that we're done with it, because then the glue will be right at the top. But how striking is that? And there we have that.
Let's celebrate
black finish
you
in the middle. And so look at these two differences. And there, one has the stamp, and one has something really colorful. But how fun! You could make a whole string of these things that would be totally different.
I think this looks so much nicer with the layer.
Do you?
Yeah, I like that. This is.
Oh, I see another layer on there. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's easy enough to do. You could just take it apart, Tim, and add another little black layer. You feel free.
On camera?
Yes. When we're talking about this, I don't have, I would use a Sharpie or a Blends here, so I don't have that. But I would pick a part on here, and personally, I would pick a part like this. Okay, I like this part right here. So, because people were asking about that. So there's my dot, so I'm going to always know where to line that up.
It's a big dot.
Oh, I want to be able to see it, So now when I stamp, I'm just going to know wherever I'm going to put on the card. But then when I cut my die, I'm going to match up my die and put the same mark on my die. So then when I'm pulling the die off, I'll know exactly where it goes on here. Does that make sense? Let's just trying to. A button would work for the middles too for dimension. Yes. And another cool idea for dimensions. I don't have any more of these. Another cool idea to add a little dimension would be to stack up like 3 of these. I'll have to do that maybe on another video, but and that gives you dimension too, and it kind of looks like a homemade button. So wow, so I hope you enjoyed that. So these are 10 ideas to get you started make sure you're on my mailing list for another new card idea every week. And then just keep in mind, this is my card hit for June. And isn't this fun to be celebrating all these new stamp sets in the catalog? So,
can I make a shout out? Shout out to New Orleans, to the World War II Museum.
Oh.
My hat.
Oh, okay.
My hair is so out of control.
I know, we're kidding. It is just pretty crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, thanks you guys so much. And we look forward to celebrating the new catalog with you next week. And let me know if you have any questions.
And I'm trying to coordinate with the vases in the back with my shirt.
That's right. I think I have to get out of the picture because I'm ruining the shot. So,
No.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, now I'm going to go turn this off. So just keep talking.
Okay.
Read messages.
Okay. Yes, I'm still looking message. So thanks to all of you. This was great fun. I can't wait to dive into another stamp set next week. So, next week we'll be parting. We'll do several bits, and there will be, you want to make sure you watch for that because we're going to be doing a drawing for a new accessory in between all of our party time. So, okay. Thanks, everyone. Bye.